The joy and the passion will carry you when the work is hard.
On Fridays around here, we do a couple different things. We do either Feature Friday, where I get to introduce to you and share with you some of my best friends and some of the killers in the industry. We get to have a fireside chat about them and their businesses. And Dana, is that the other version of you about to jump in?
Recording. Yeah. Progress.
All right, you jump out of the other one. And where's, we'll get, where are you?
Um, right next to you on my screen.
There you go. All right, I couldn't find you because there we go. Awesome. Now we're back. Where we get to hang out and have a conversation with some of the best of the best, some of my best friends. And today, I have the pleasure of introducing to you and sharing the conversation with you with one of my favorites on the planet, my girl Dana in St. Louis. Everyone, let's give a hello to Dana. Hey, Dana.
Hey. Hi, everybody.
So, so Dana, welcome, and share with us a little bit about kind of real quick, catch us up to speed, who you are, where you from, what you've done so far, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning. We're gonna talk a little bit about your journey, talk about. I'd love to have a little bit of a deeper conversation about one of the things that I think that you do better than most people, and that's create community and culture. And I want to have a deeper dive on that today. So, tell us who you are.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Dana West. I am a mother of three gorgeous girls. Diana, this is going to be a tongue twister, okay? So get ready. Diana, Dinah, and Drew. Wife of my husband's name is Dwayne. We've been married 26 years. Um, awesome daughter. I think I'm both my parents' favorites. Um, that's just my little joke with my brothers and my sisters. But no, seriously, I'm a family person. Like what when you see me, you see a person that loves her family, and at the crust of what I do it every day for them. I'm showing my girls how to be women that can do whatever it is that they put their minds to. Women in business, and just helping to live a life out loud. Who am I? Where am I from? I used to be a hairstylist before I started selling real estate 22 years ago. So my background has always been with people, serving people, helping people. And I've done tons of things in real estate, from first time home buyers, REO business, brokering a large competitor's office. So, but at the end of the day, I just like to help. I have gotten this insatiable desire to help other people, one, buy a house that would not otherwise think or believe that they could buy a house. And then two, help agents discover that they don't have to be the norm agent where you just sell five houses in a year and just make $40,000 gross.
Now, we met back in 2018. So let's go back to then. Let's talk about what it was like. Where were you in your career at that time? And because that's when I first got to meet you, and that's where we first started our relationship. And yeah, let's go from there.
Oh, wow. So 2018, I was in a rebuild. So I talked about how I was doing REO. So I actually, when the market tanked, I literally had to rebuild who Dana West was because everyone knew me as the REO queen. So when I met Matt, I had just come to the other company that we were at, and I was really in a funky mindset. I had no one really around me talking to me about, how you can think yourself through different things, really just even some of the strategic ways that we have learned how to do business. And so we were in a class that really, really transformed my life. And from there, that's honestly where I found my passion and really honestly rebuild my business from nothing to where we are now.
So you went from nothing to when we reconnected, you had grown an organization of how many agents?
53.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal, right? And
Yep.
so talk a little bit about what was it? What did what did you learn about yourself, and what did you learn about leadership as you were growing this community that you created?
Woo, I learned that I was more resilient than I thought I was. And I think most people are more resilient than they think they are. Um, Then I'd say what I learned about leadership is a lot of people want to lead. A lot of people say they're leaders, but when it comes down to really, really doing the gritty, grimy, I'm going to call it servant work, because a lot of people think leadership is about see me, see me. But when you see a leader, if they are a true leader with heart, you are going to see someone that's willing to roll up their sleeves. I often laugh when you hear those stories about people that talk about like cleaning the toilets and vacuum and doing all those things. That's me. Whatever needs to be done, I do it. From making the atmosphere, reason why I brought up cleaning the toilets, it's important when agents walk in the office that they have a nice clean space that they're proud of. It's also important when you are talking about serving, agents need to know that you care. And it's not just agents, it's people, period. So everything starts from a servanthood mindset. So I'd say that's probably my biggest leadership lesson.
Is that something that's always been natural for you, or is that something that you had to like nurture and grow into?
I think in part it's been a little bit of natural because I started leading when my parents got a divorce at age 11. My mother needed help, and I just was like, okay, mom can't cook dinner. Let me go get the Betty. Who remembers the Betty Crocker cookbooks? Right. So I went and got that. Remember, that was like the cookbook. So I went and figured out how to cook, even though a lot of the dinners were a mess. I started telling my brothers and my brother and my sister, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. So I just think it was something that was in me and it's been cultivated over time in different situations.
Now, recently you had made a pretty big move. Um, Talk to me about when that began, and then what caused you to take a look at that, and then that journey itself, and what you learned through that process.
So it really began, I'm probably going to say about a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
I was given an opportunity to open up what I believed was going to be a market center. And as we got into the details and into the grit of it, there was, I'll spare you and I'll say there was just lack of alignment. And a lot of times when we have lack of alignment, I think sometimes we're taught that you just push through, and if you want something you have to work hard for it, and you're going to have these different struggles. While that is true, you also have to understand that there's a level of wisdom to understand that while it is hard, if there is no alignment to the vision, then the lack of alignment is going to make it twice as hard, and in a lot of cases it makes it unnecessary. So what I first began doing was looking at my team. Okay, what can I do about the team around me? Will the team, because your team makes you or breaks you.
Right.
So after I started looking at the team and realizing that some of the players on the team, I couldn't change their position. I could not change the dynamic of who they were. And then also understanding that some of them, even though words said one thing, the action spoke louder. And so there was not that high level of intentionality to really make sure that the vision that was originally casted, that it was actually going to that they were actually willing to do what it takes to get that vision started. So I started there, and then after really trying to figure out, okay, how do you make this work? I started pivoting, but I'll tell you something that I've also learned with leadership. You have to be true to you. And I think just even beyond leadership, just as a person, period, when you are not true to you, you begin being a person that you don't want to be. And so when I started looking up and just I started seeing things out of a negative view all the time. And what I love about my kids is from the class that I met in, it was a class about mindset, and my kids were young, but my kids heard me say those things. And so when my kids would sit back and say, Mom, are you really saying that? Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. When they start giving it back to you, you realize, like, holy moly, I need to do something different. So I just started seeking. I think it's important that when things don't align, you have to pause. My husband talks about that all the time. So I did a pause and I asked myself, what's really important to me? Is it the position that I was in? Was it the notoriety that I had achieved in that particular role, or was it really the vision for the people in the community? And once I really realized that my vision was really about the people that I wanted to serve, which was both the agents and the clients that we serve, and then I have a big vision to help the community in which our office was in, I knew that I had to make a change. And so that's what made me start really, really seeking where could I do one or two things, find the alignment or find the ability where my group and our community that we have formed could really, really flourish.
Um, what was the biggest surprise throughout all of this for you?
Ooh. The way people are self-serving at a deep level, it's interesting and it's funny. My devotion today was about us being selfish, and we don't even know it. But yeah, that was probably my biggest surprise. Mhm.
Um, so like what would you if there's somebody out there that's, experiencing some, challenges in their world, they're watching this and they're looking at this and um they're contemplating something like what you've done. Like what kind of advice would you give somebody that's feeling what you felt?
You have to sit really still. You have to also check your ego. A lot of times we have ego in the way and we think it's something that it's not. So I'd say sit still, check your ego, really sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is my true vision? What actually brings me joy? We hear people talking about that all the time, but when you can get into the joy zone, the passion zone, that is honestly the joy and the passion will carry you when the work is hard. We talk about it being our big why, and then I'm going to say be true to yourself. If you have family, like every day I had to come home and I had to look at my husband and I had to look at my girls and I had to start asking myself, am I cheating them? I started also thinking about if I'm living beneath my potential,
Mhm.
then who else am I cheating? And
Mhm.
so I would say, really, really sit with yourself. And then I'm also going to say, get wise counsel, but make sure your wise counsel is a healthy wise counsel, because all of us go through things, right? As leaders and as people, period. And so you have to make sure that someone is allowing you to see you, and then you have to be willing to look at you and say, okay, well, what could I do differently? How am I showing up? And then I'd say from there, really, really, really follow your heart. And when you start following your heart, and I'm going to call it signs, when you start following those signs, you'll see that that alignment, it will come so quick that you can't even deny it as the alignment starts coming into place.
Yeah, I love that. Um, you guys also sell a lot of real estate.
That's what
So
they say.
what would you say is like your signature or talk to us about your ability to get people into production and to move production at such a high level in your group.
So I have a motto. If it's drama, then I need you to look at you. But if we are all moving towards our goals, which is production driven, then we should all be unified. I also have a policy where we help each other. It doesn't matter how much information you share. We all are at different places in our business. And so, with us being at different places in our business, I may teach something today that an agent's like, what? But another agent, depending on where they are in their business, they now have the ability to grab it and to catch on. So I think though keeping the drama out of the equation, and what do I mean by drama? We have enough drama with clients, right? But I'm talking about the drama of our own negative mindsets, or when people have things going on. I believe in helping the person. So if I see an agent that's struggling, we pull them to the side, and we try to find out, okay, what's happening? Where are you? What do you need? And so I think we take both a personal approach as well as a group approach. And then I'm selective with who comes into our group. I tell everybody the moment they come into the office, I'm the protector of the tribe, because everyone in here have goals and dreams. And I immediately connect with every agent in the office based on what their goals and what their dreams are. And I like literally keep that right here. And I talk to the leadership team about this is what Matt wants. This is what Erica wants, just so that we are also at the forefront of understanding that at the end of the day, we're here to help them. And then I'd say my last thing that we do, our classes are centered around what does the agent body at large need. So on a monthly basis, we look at where are the agents. On a quarterly basis, we get feedback from the agents. What do you need? What are we not doing? All of that has really, really helped us to help everyone feel involved and a part.
Awesome. Awesome. We've got some time here. I wanted to open it up to see if any of you all that are listening have any questions directly for Dana. So you can see that this isn't rehearsed. Dana's just that good. She's ready to take on any questions. What do you guys got for Dana?
True
Go ahead and
story.
unmute and just fire it off.
I don't know if this is a question, but as I was taking some notes on what you were saying, just you always come from that servant leader heart, from everything that I've known of you, and it's help others buy the house, help the agents grow, and then you came back to it at the ending, and you just said we just help each other, and when everybody's helping everybody, that's when everybody wins. So hats off to you. I love that about you.
Thank you.
I'll go real quick. Dana, I love you.
I love you too, Erica.
My little soul birthday girl. I was just going to kind of piggyback off Joey. I just feel like when we got to come down and meet your family, and it's like everything that you speak about is exactly what you live about. And just meeting your amazing family and having you have us over, and to me, I mean, you're living exactly how your business is. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And it's so inspiring. And I just feel like I'm so honored to have you part of our team and just to learn from you, everything that you speak about, your values, being true to your family. And I love that piece of my cheating my family, my living to my highest potential. That's huge. So I'm so proud of you. I love you, and I'm just so grateful that you're in my life.
Thank you. She's gonna make me cry.
I didn't realize this is going to be this kind of a
I know.
call. What the heck?
Well,
Anybody got some tough questions?
All right, I got a question.
Somebody come at her, please. Like,
I'll have a question.
go.
Dana, what's next? Give me short what's next for you. Where's your growth trajectory? And for not just you, but your agents as well. What's next?
So really what's next right now, what we're working on is getting every agent in production. It's like any other office. You have some that are in production and some that are not. We are at about a 50% rate, but I really want to get that up to an 80% of getting every agent in production. Our next goal is to get to 100 agents. We lost a few during the transition, and that's okay. But to get to 100 agents. And then I'd say our biggest community goal is to help 50 homeowners that were renters in our immediate area, help them in 2025 between the agents in our office.
I got a question. So, and you kind of alluded to it at the end there. So, um, you're very community driven, right? You've had to rebuild your business. So, what are some of the things that you've done to kind of build that community? And then the last second question was, as far as renters go, what are kind of your plans to tackle, specifically renters and flip them?
Okay, so rebuilding the community. Basically, I'm gonna tell you what I've done. We do 2 events every year. So first I had to build a community within the office so that I could get them to really understand what our plight is as real estate agents, the privilege that we have. And so one of our events so we do three. So we do home buying seminars every other month. So we do six a year. And that's kind of like a pillar for us. Then the second thing we do a fall festival. And then coming up in December, we do an adopt a family. And so with the adopt a family, we work with school districts, and we also do a free Santa photo. And we're just really honestly focused on our immediate neighborhood, probably about a mile and a half from our office. We have two neighborhoods that have a high level of renters. And so for this year, though, what we're also going to do, I am currently looking for a Dave Ramsey Peace Financial. We're going to offer Dave Ramsey Peace Financials to the neighborhood. So just through education. And the big reason why I'm big on community, because I understand that if we can bring community to us, then they will want to hear what we have to say. They'll be looking forward to what we're doing. And for example, last year we had about 70 people come to our fall festival. This year we had over 120.
All right, we got the last 2 minutes. I'm going to hit you with the one of my favorite questions that I like to ask everybody. Knowing what you know now and having gone through what you've gone through, you have an opportunity to spend an hour with yourself at the beginning of your career. What would you tell Dana 20 years ago getting started about what's about to happen and what's possible?
The first thing I tell Dana is do not misuse your database. Take care of your database. So if you're on here, Dana or non-Danas, your database is gold. The second thing I tell Dana is be grateful for everything that you've gone through because it's made you who you are. The third thing I tell Dana is be patient with yourself.
Awesome. Awesome. We are coming right up on time. For those of you that, if you don't know Dana, you need to. She's not a secret agent. She's out there in St. Louis. Dana sold it. The Key West, the Key West property. Tell us your new brand. What like you just did a rebrand. Give us the deets.
It's Key West Property Partners. Look, you almost made me say all my old names. That's the
I
other
know.
thing too. That's the other thing I'm going to say to everybody. Don't be afraid to pivot. People will just go with you. I've had like 4 names in this 22-year career. Be okay with pivoting.
Love it. Love it. So yeah, she's out on Facebook. She's on Instagram. Go check her out. She's got some incredible agents in her organization and her team. They're doing amazing things out there. Just honored to be able to partner with you and be on this journey with you. And here's the thing. Look, like I talk about this. You don't know who you're running into and how they're going to play a part in your life. Relationships are everything. Life moves at the speed of relationships. And you're usually just one introduction away from a completely new life. And you just don't know, right? You just
True.
don't know, right? So be a good person. Be somebody that people want to be around. And then
True.
watch your life change. So, all right. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for sharing with us. For those
My
of you that jumped
pleasure.
on, appreciate you. We'll be back Monday, same time, same channel. Mondays is Mindset Monday, Workshop Wednesdays, Feature Fridays. And if there's no Feature Friday, then we go freestyle where you bring your challenges and opportunities and we work together to get through it all. So take care, y'all. Have a great weekend, Friday. Chris, go get them closings. We'll knock it out.
See you guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Have a good day.